Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Tonight we're going to talk about how to repurpose content. Stick around. I've got at least 6 great ideas for how you can repurpose content. There may be a bonus. Stick around. But we're going to talk about ways you can take your YouTube videos, your thumbnails, and all this content that you create and multi-purpose it for other platforms. As I jokingly like to say, reuse and recycle. We're not reducing here. We're going to reuse and recycle our content. So this will be fun. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about some great ways to do that now. All right. First up, repurpose content. So one neat way to repurpose content is to create short clips from longer videos. So let's talk about ways you can do that. So let's do full screen sharing. All right. So here, for example, is my Final Cut Pro. So if I go into Final Cut Pro, let's start from scratch. We'll do File, New, Project. Now I probably should zoom in, but let's just say New Project. And so here, I'll say vertical video. And so you can take a long form video. And right here, make sure you choose vertical. This is in Final Cut Pro. I'm sure DaVinci Resolve and others have something similar as well. You go and play that. There we go. All right. And I like to do at least 1080. And let me do a little zoom in here so you can see that. So I'm sharing full screen. I guess I'm just sharing Final Cut Pro. Let's fix that. All right. We need more sharing. Hang on. This is what happens. Let's do this live. All right, sharing primary display. There we go. That'll make that much better. So when I zoom in, you'll see it. Okay, cool. All right. So here it is, and my big fat head's in the way, so I probably should fix that. But the point being is that, let's move it over that way. There we go. All right. So anyway, yep. Zoom in. All right. So anyway, so I set it to vertical video format. I then do 1080 by 1292, which would be it's 20. I would set it to 30 frames. I just happen to have it at 24 frames because I've been doing a lot of editing. And so this is all you do. You click OK. I'm going to change it to 30 frames because that's better. Click OK, and then I'm going to go grab a video. So here's the video I did today. No peeking. This will be the morning thoughts for tomorrow. And then here, I'll go here, and then I will go and choose transform. Transform. So let me zoom in there so you can see that. And unfortunately you can't, but it would be right here. Just drop down right here would tell you to transform. So I do transform, and then I can pull this out so that it's bigger and centered up. And so therefore I've now taken my long form video, and because in this video I happen to be in the center there, I can transform it and zoom in, and then when I play the video I'm right there in the middle. So right there, so that way, and then when I'm done I can export it out. That's funny, my camera decided to take a break. Come back, camera. There we go. That's a neat trick. Okay, so anyway, and so that way I turned into a long form video. Now, there are other ways to do this, of course. Let's go to here. Opus Clips. So let's go to Chrome Share. All right. Opus Clips. And so you can take a link to a video that you have done. And I'll do one on the fly here. Why not, right? Let's do one on the fly. Those are the best kind. All right. So go pick a video off my own site, your channel, and so then here I can go and pick a video off my channel, share. So I'm going to share it. So there I get the share link, and I copy it, and then I go to Opus Clip, and I paste it in. So it says, oh yeah, you got a video there. Yep. Sure enough, and it says, oh yeah, rebuild. So, and I will then go and say, well, so for the platforms I would do this on, I would do 30 seconds and 30 and 60 seconds. Now, if you're a big fan of Instagram, You can do 60 and 90-second reels as well now on Instagram, so you might want to choose that option, but you cannot use that on shorts on YouTube. So you got to think about that. And then I say I can think of like a word there that I want to be a keyword, and it will try to find that in the videos for me, and I can go hit get clips. And about 16 minutes later, they've been a little slow lately. It used to be faster. But it says it's going to take a while. So estimating 16 minutes. Okay, so we'll come back to that. But it will create. All right, so let me go to my dashboard and show you. And so these are shorts that shorts that started created for me before. And so I go here, and so I can take these shorts that it's made. Now this one's 25 seconds. It says it's going to it's got a grade A- on the hook, A on the floor, engagement, trend. But what I find is that the videos where I'm in a little circle like that do not do very well on Instagram. So I do much better if my face is unfortunately taking up more space on the video, like this one right here. Now, this may not be a banger video. It says the trend's a C. It does try to do some like, hey, is it hot or not? It's kind of iffy as to whether that's going to be successful or not. So, yeah. All right. Let's go back to my canvas chair. All right. Second idea. As good as the first. Second idea, turn your videos into vlog post. How can I do that? Well, let me show you. All right, so let's see. We'll go to this video right here, and I'm going to stop it before it plays. And so I have a plugin installed that it's called YouTube Summary with ChatGPT or Claude. You don't see that because I'm not sharing a full screen, but let's do full screen sharing again. Okay, there we go. So if I go up here, I have a plugin called YouTube Summary with ChatGPT and Claude. So if you're a Chrome user, you can go and get this off the Chrome store, Chrome extension store, and add this. And then if you have, even with the free version of ChatGPT, this will work. Or Claude, which is mostly free, so you could do Claude. And you pick which model you want to use. You can even use Gemini if you want. And if you have transcripts, well, YouTube, for example, has gone in and done a transcript, or you made one yourself, then it will go, and you can click right here. Let me zoom in there so you can see that. And I still got to go move my head because my head's in the way. Hang on. Let's go make my head smaller. It's all about me being out of the way. There we go. All right. So going back to here. Control-Shift 4. All right. So what we're looking for is this cool little icon right here. And what I do is when I click on it, it will go over to ChatGPT, and it will take my transcript, and then it will write a summary of that video for me. Now, what about that vlog thing you were talking about? On that blog thing you were talking about, well, I can take this information right here, copy it, and I can go and make a blog post out of it. I can say, take this summary and turn it into a blog post. And then it's, hey, boost your views with eye-catching YouTube thumbnails. And then it will turn it into a blog post for you. And if you have a website, I have a WordPress site, I can then take this content and I may want to go in and fix it up because sometimes I find that ChatGPT has some stuff that's not as good as I would say it. Often. So I would go in there and change it up so it's me. Right now, it's not me. Now, I'm working slowly to teaching it who I am, but it can take my content and turn it into a blog. And then I can go take this and post it on my website. Yeah, you can. You sure can. All right, next up. Create a podcast. What do you mean create a podcast? Well, so you can go to YouTube. Share full screen. All right, go to YouTube. And you can make a playlist. So let's go here. So here's my playlist. So I made a playlist called The Tech Troublemaker Show. Dun, dun, dun. And then I told YouTube that was a podcast. And now when I add episodes to that playlist, they automatically get added to my podcast. And so I take the episodes where I have a guest on my show and I add them to the Tech Troublemaker Show playlist. So they become another episode in the podcast. I'm a little overdue having some guests, so I need to invite somebody. I have had some topics, and I invited some guests, and several of them said, like, I'll be on your show on this date in September. And so, okay, all right. So I need to obviously get some guests, don't I? Some of you guys might need to be on the show. So anyway, but the whole point is that I can turn that into a podcast. So here's my podcast, and, you know, you could take an existing podcast and add it if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that here. Excuse me. I did that on another channel, and I took my podcast from my website that I upload to, and I took the RSS feed and fed it in, and now it's in YouTube Music. So now if I go to YouTube Music, and I search for the Tech Troublemaker Show, it will find my podcast. Here is my podcast. And here are episodes in my podcast. Okay? Just that simple. You now have a video podcast on YouTube. You've repurposed a video that you made on YouTube that you thought was good, and you made it a podcast. And so there you go. It's just that simple. It's another way to repurpose your content on YouTube. All right, we're going to take a break here. We're going to go see who's in the chat because I see it's hopping tonight. So let's see. Let's go find out who everybody's doing. Pierre, have you been repurposing your content already? Oh, good stuff. Hey, Matt. Hey, Pierre, loving your countdown. Now down to 15 minutes of show. Yes, thank you so much. Ready for this in 50 minutes or so. Less than 25. Thank you, Pierre, for doing that. I really appreciate that. Hello, Matt Haas. Lala. Big Red in the house. How you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome. Laura in the house. Welcome. Stuart. Hey. Tall boy. How you doing, sir? The whole band is here. Yes. Yep. Saying hi to everybody. Yeah. All right. What about Microsoft Copilot? Yes, you can use Copilot. I don't know if it has capability of pulling the captions out or not. That's an option. I have to look into that. I've not been using that feature. Love this. I can now update my weblogs. Yeah, there you go. Fish Stick. Hey, Kombucha. Welcome back. Cowboy in the building. Hey, Kombucha and Philip. Yep, welcome, welcome, welcome. So those are just 3 of my ideas. I got more. So stick around. Let's talk about more ways that you can reuse your YouTube videos and other content. So this was a fun one. Oops. Why isn't it showing my, okay. So anyway, develop an ebook or a guide. So just like you can take your transcript from my verbiage is missing. I don't know why. We'll fight that battle later. So just as you can take, ChatGPT and make a transcript out of take your transcript from a YouTube video and make a blog, you can also take that same content and maybe you develop an ebook and then you take screenshots of your video, kind of demonstrating the points in the ebook. If you did like a presentation, like I often do like this, you can take this presentation and you can turn it into an ebook or a guide, and you can offer it to subscribers on your channel. It could be a lead magnet for those people that actually know how to run a business. It could be a lead magnet for your business. Hey, if you sign up for my newsletter, I will send you a copy of my latest e-guide, my ebook that I wrote. It's free. All you have to do is sign up for my newsletter. Okay? We'll get to newsletters in just a minute. All right? Next up. social media clips. So you can take those graphics that you did for your thumbnail, and you can make graphics for YouTube. You can put them in the YouTube community tab. You can put them in Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever platform you like. Just most experts recommend don't use the same thing in every platform. Okay, for me, I'm okay with that because I'm trying to point everybody to my YouTube channel. But this is way you can take that content, and let me just show you. I'll give you an example of doing this. So, a big fan of Canva. Now, some of these things I'm going to tell you about, you have to have Canva Pro for. So, this is a thumbnail from tonight's show. I can go here and say, hey, I want to turn it into an Instagram ad. Now, Instagram ad squared, I've already done that. So, this is what it looked like. And so, I actually posted that on Instagram. But I can go in here and say, you know, hey, social media. I can say, I want to do a Facebook post, landscape. So, continue. Copy and resize. Okay. Open Facebook post. And then you go here and you move things around and you make it more proportionate for what you're trying to do. You want to, mix it up for the other stuff that you're doing. So now I have a Facebook post, and yeah, Canva is the bomb for sure. And then download it, and I put everything for a show in the same directory. I create a directory with the date of the show, and I put everything in there. And then I could go on Facebook now and post this there if I wanted to, and say, hey, look, everybody, and I posted my Instagram image to Instagram. Here's another cool thing you can do. Let me show you this. I took a short that I did, dragged it into Canva. I told Canva I was going to make a video. I dragged it in here. You can make memes that you could use in your newsletters and stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me get to the idea. Tell you what the idea is. Here's another one. You can take comments. You can use comments for ideas in Q&A sessions. So, like, for example, also with things, Matt Haas in the house said, hey, the GoPro is a great camera, but it's a pain to use, a great pain. I could do a video about a GoPro and using it for YouTube and using it for making my morning thoughts videos, and I could do a behind the scenes video. So, these are things I can use the comments and questions that happen on my YouTube videos for idea creation. So I think, oh, that's a good idea. Into Training told me, hey, Roy, I like your videos, but I like the old camera view better. So he said that this current view I'm doing now makes him dizzy. And I'm like, well, I don't want that. So I've been playing around with camera placement in my car. Just take the feedback that people give you and say, hey, does that make sense to you? Maybe it is something I need to work on. Maybe that's something I need to improve. And so I've gotten suggestions for videos based off of questions I've gotten. So there's stuff there. There's gold in them there comments. And so definitely read and interact with your comments. Number 7. So write an email newsletter. Take that transcript that you got from your video, that blog you made, take snippets of it, put it in your newsletter, add more value though. You can easily send out a newsletter, say, hey, by the way, I got a video coming out tonight. And here's, and you can talk about that, but then have some snippets from a previous video, from the blog post that you made with with ChatGPT. You could you need to summarize your video. Do screenshots from your video to emphasize points that you had to reinforce what the video was about. Turn funny moments into memes. So let me show you what I was talking about there. So I took a YouTube short and I said, hey, I'm going to turn this into a GIF. And I did a share. I sliced it down to just this section here. And then I did I downloaded it. And I chose a GIF. Because you can turn yourself into a meme. And then I downloaded it. I've already done this, but I downloaded it. And then I could take this snippet and put it in a newsletter. It's an image. And I could put it in a newsletter. Also, you can embed your videos in your newsletters. It's real simple. Let me show you how. So, for example, let's go to a video I've done before. Okay, so here's a live stream. Yeah, we'll cancel that. So I'll go here. This wasn't one of my better live streams. Let me actually go to that video. Ta-da, go there. Stop. All right, so when you hit share, you will notice one of the options it gives you is embed. So I can go here and I can take this iframe information and embed it in my newsletter so that people can literally click on the video inside my newsletter when I send it out. And so then they could play the video there. I can even put time codes to kind of say, I want you to start at 45 minutes and 10 seconds so that it starts there. So right here, you can go here, start, and you can say, hey, 45 minutes and 10 seconds. And, I can show player controls so it can play. And so then you just copy this content right here and you paste it into your newsletter. Let me zoom in on that. Okay, so right there, I can say, okay, here, and I go here and tell it when I want to start, and it will say start 2710, and then I'll copy this into my newsletter. When I send my newsletter out, it'll be a little video graphic there, and if they click on it, it will play, and then it gives them player controls. And that's right in the newsletter that you sent out to your newsletter people that have subscribed to your newsletter. So, yeah, so these are cool things. Yeah, these are cool things you can do with your YouTube video, with your thumbnail images, all that kind of stuff to help get that content out there to other people, and you're repurposing it. And so the bright side is you spent that time making that content the first time. You realize it has life after that. It can be evergreen. If it's evergreen content, then it is perfect fodder for reuse. And if you want to go make memes out of some of your content, you can do that. This is stuff that you can do, and it's all within your capability. ChatGPT will do it with the free version, so you got to get that plug-in, and it'll do it with the free version. So yeah, let's go hit some folks up, see who else is out here. Oh, okay. So this is a crazy ride. Some hit, some don't. Yeah, I don't have any luck with shorts. When somebody watches one like a lot, I don't even know why. But if you are fortunate enough to make good content, and if you can go in with Opus clips, it will let you tweak it. You can add B-roll. They have B-roll there right now. Tell me the B-roll service is down. All this is great, but actually specializes in this. All this is great, but actually specializes. I need to outsource this. And you can. Yeah, you can. I'm sure somebody Canva is great. It's got back from the club late Latin night. Oh, wow. Welcome, Rich Vibes. Yeah. Feedback is great, especially for improvement. I take comments to heart. I do. If somebody says, hey, I will give it genuine consideration. Hey, Rich, some Latin night sounds awesome. Hope you had get a great rest. Yeah. Memes, now you're talking my language. Yes. Oh, these are awesome suggestions. I think the only repurpose I do is turn my long form into shorts. Yeah, there's so much you can do with your content, and just make it go. Adam, how you doing, sir? You realize that 100 years from now, somebody's going to earn a doctorate in the history of memes and the impact on society. Adam, I agree with you, but I don't even think it'll take 100 years. I think it'll take 15. I think maybe even less. So, copying the iframe to start at a certain time. Yes, you sure can. You can have the iframe. You can tell exactly when you want the video to start and have it start at that moment, and then paste it into your newsletter. Hello. Hey. Rich. So anyway, yeah, those are 7 ideas. Let me go through them real quick, just do a quick recap. Hey, Equip Institute. Hey, Florence in the house. Hello, Florence. Welcome. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to do like a really quick recap and just go back to the beginning. Yeah, so anyway, here's where I took a short. I made a short from a longer video. I took ChatGPT and I showed you how to take your transcripts and turn them into a blog post. I showed you how to create a podcast out of existing videos you already have. You just got to make a playlist, and then you say, make a podcast, and then it shows up in your channel. Develop an ebook or a guide. I had some verbiage there, but I was basically telling you to take your transcript, do some ChatGPT to it, then put some of you in it. Don't let ChatGPT be your content. Really, be you. Nobody's going to see the real you if everything sounds like ChatGPT. Just saying. And then use it as a lead magnet. Give that away to people. Hey, you sign up for my newsletter, for example. You get this book. I'm going to put it out there for you. Make graphics for YouTube community tab, Instagram. You can take Canva and take your thumbnail, repurpose it, reshape it, anything you want. You can also, speaking of repurposing, you can multi-stream your videos to X or Facebook or anything, Instagram. You can repurpose by putting content there in those places as well. Or you can take the video after the fact and edit it down and make a shorter video. Maybe, cut out sections of your long form video and upload it to X or Facebook and just do segments. Cut it into segments and then just upload those as content. That's a bonus tip right there. You can just take snippets of your video. Man, that 30 seconds right there was banger, but I want the presentation part in there as well. And so I'm going to post that out there to X and see if anybody watches. You can just upload it right to X and it'll play. Yeah. Take your comments, use your Q&A, use questions that people ask you to come up with ideas for more content. That is a great way of repurposing your questions and your comments. And I've talked about this before. Be sure you reply to everybody's comments, please. They took the time to share their ideas and their thoughts with you. Reply back to them. Let them know, hey, I really appreciate you did that. So, and then turn funny moments into memes, put it into your newsletters, summarize your video for your audience to make a point or reinforce what the video is about. You don't have to regurgitate the whole transcript in the newsletter. That's not going to benefit your audience. What's going to get them the most value? At the end, it's all about giving value to your community, giving value to whoever watches your videos that are outside your community in hopes that they will become a part of your community. So it's all very important. So, I don't know what a meme lord is, but I suspect I am one. Well, there you go. It could be. Matt Haas is the meme lord. Like the taco memes he does. So, oh, Adam corrected there. You are the meme boss. That's probably true. You're probably the meme boss. So, and he memes it too. Yep. That's it. That was my content for tonight, where I tell you how. Hang on. After I hit thousands of buttons that I didn't mean to hit. Yes. Well, I tell you to reuse and recycle your content for YouTube, for Instagram. Don't reduce it. Well, you can reduce. I guess technically turning long form into a short is reducing. I guess technically if you are taking snippets of your long form and posting just that snippet in different places, that is reducing and reusing and recycling. And so these are just ways to up your productivity game. As Florence would tell you, there are only 1,440 minutes in a day. Everybody has the same amount. And in order to make the most of it, here's a way to maximize the output of what you're doing. And if you make quality stuff, it will carry over to the other platforms that you put it in. It will. It may be, though, that the eyeballs are better on YouTube like they are for me. But yeah, so. Oops. There we go again with that craziness. Let's see. Tallboy asks, how do you come up with your thumbnails? Well, last week's video was all about thumbnails. It was. It really was. But I will tell you real quick. So I have been trying to be more methodical about my thumbnails. I've been trying to think a lot harder and just work harder to make them better. I will look at templates in Canva, but everybody's thumbnails are starting to look the same if you use those Canva templates, and so that is one of the problems I have with Canva. And so I will go into Canva and start with an idea, and then sometimes I'll even here, let's go. Sometimes I go to Chat GPT, and I'll ask it, hey, what should I make a thumbnail about? So here's Chat GPT. Let's see, improve my thumbnails. What do you suggest my thumbnail look like for this video? So tell me any bold colors, face, text, maybe top line says, it violates some of the thumbnail rules, but but it'll tell me what it thinks that I'll look. Create for me a 16:9 ratio YouTube thumbnail mock-up for this thumbnail image. Mock-up image for this thumbnail. I think you might have to be pro to get images. Let's see. All right, go make me an image. And I will then look at it, and maybe I'll get some inspiration from it. I don't use it often, but I will look at it for inspirational ways. So, yeah, especially since it can't spell. So, so there we go. There it is. Boost your views. Your views. You cat tube numbers how YouTube up. So, I mean, this is good. I like this. And then, of course, it needs to be 1280 by 720, 16:9 ratio. So I'll then go to Canva and make my own kind of flavor version of this sometimes. I go for inspiration wherever I can find it. I will sometimes go to other YouTubers who I know and love and look and see what their thumbnails look like and try to get some inspiration. I'm obviously terrible at copying them, but that would be a thought. Yes, you cat to be. Exactly. That's where grab text comes from in Canva. Yeah. Somebody that's a Canva designer, there's people out there. You can use a magic write in Canva and it'll do some stuff. And you also can tie in your Chat GPT to Canva. So I can go explore and Canva, Canva. And I can actually start it all here and have it jump over create YouTube thumbnail featuring, of course, if I were sharing, it would be so much more interesting. Here I am on Canva. So I went over here to chat to explore GPTs. So I went to explore Chat GPTs, and I went and typed in Canva, and I found Canva and added it. Create YouTube thumbnail featuring middle-aged, young-looking middle-aged man. Young-looking middle-aged man with salt and pepper hair and gray and white beard with YouTube logo above his head and an arrow pointing up on the right side of him. Yeah. And then it will start the action. It doesn't do, yeah. Okay. Looks like we can get any direct designs generated for YouTube thumbnail. Could you be okay? So anyway, wants more detail, but you can do that. I have used it successfully sometimes, but tonight it ain't working for me because I just ain't there, man. I just ain't there. Yeah, I've been seeing more minimal thumbnails without text and banger titles. I have been trying to use less and less and less text. So that's the other thing that I'm trying to do with my thumbnails right now is go with a minimalist approach. Try to express the idea if I can with the thumbnail. But I still stick to the rule of 4 words or less. I do try to add a lot of color. I do try to add my face. I know it probably scares a lot of people away from watching my videos because my face is in it. But, you know, it's all I've got, and I'm going to do the best I can with it. So, no, youthful looking, middle-aged, okay? You don't think I'm youthful looking? I think I'm youthful looking, you know? I may not be, but I've seen guys my age that look much worse than I do, so I think I'm doing better than average. So, yes. So, all right. That's it. That's our show. I thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for everybody that showed up. 4 words or less. Yeah, 4 words or less. That is my mantra, is 4 words or less. Or as Adam says, if you can express the idea with just pictures and then have the most amazing title, you are going to win. This seems to be the game. I mean, look at Mr. Beast. There are no words in Mr. Beast thumbnails. Ever. I look more like my grandpa every day. Huh. You aren't in a wheelchair or using a cane. It's true. I am kicking along pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy. If I walked and ran like Adam does, then I will join the Fountain of Youth like he has, because he's getting younger every day. He won't admit it, but he is. He's literally getting younger every day as he runs. So kudos to him. Kudos to Laura, who has been running longer and longer distances. That's awesome. And then Marcus isn't here, but he's beginning a health journey, and I am very proud of him and what he's trying to accomplish as well. So obviously fitness is a niche that needs some help, needs people. Who is Mr. Beast? He's this guy. He's like 26. I don't know. He does videos about signing 60,000 t-shirts or something. I don't know. And he used to play Minecraft, and he doesn't do it anymore. I don't know who he is, but yeah. I think his name is Jimmy Neutron. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And that's it. That's the show. Waiting on Laura's thumbnails. Yeah, that'd be good. All right. Everybody have a good night. If you are looking for the next video, YouTube's going to say, watch this one next. This one right here. Watch this next. And I would be humbled if you would subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I'm on the journey to 1,000 subscribers. Take a look. I'm getting close. Don't you want to be one of the 1,000? The first 1,000? Do it. Make it happen. Make it happen. Bye and good night.